Welcome to another episode of Couple of Lattes. I'm your host, Jacques Massey. In today's episode, I'm going to be going over 30 pieces of unsolicited advice for those in their 20s and beyond. If anyone's watching this on YouTube, how's it going? Yes, this is season 2, which means these podcasts will be recorded on video as well. So if you do want to see the talking heads behind the voices, you can go find us on YouTube on our Massey Bros account. That's MASSIE Bros. So let's get into today's episode titled 30 Pieces of Unsolicited Advice for Those in their 20s and Beyond. Because who doesn't need advice in their 20s and who doesn't need advice in general? As I dive into editing the second draft of my upcoming book, appropriately titled A Guide to Not Fucking Up Your 20s, and as my 20s give way to my 30s, yes, I am 30 now, I thought now would be as good a time as any to impart some experiential wisdom. My 30th birthday is now but a memory. Nevertheless, this is a significantly delayed birthday present to you. Here are 30 pieces of unsolicited advice to consider in your 20s. In fact, this advice could serve you regardless of what decade of life you currently occupy. First piece of advice. Love is the most powerful force in the universe. Always lead with love, and most importantly, choose to love yourself. Even fear can be overcome by those who lead with love. Smile at people often and never be afraid to smile back. Be kind and communicate from a place of empathy. Even fake smiling has been shown to create natural smiles. So if you're feeling sad, smile. Just try. You'll be amazed to see what happens. Third piece of advice. Have more conversations with people who disagree with you. Even if they offend you, seek to understand their reasons and try to find truths in their opinions. Believe in something greater than yourself. Faith will empower you in the hardest of times. Nihilism will destroy you even in the best of times. Travel often. Gain perspective. Understand that you are abundant and that scarcity is all in your mind. It is more important to have joy than it is to be right all the time. Think about that. How many times have you got into a conversation trying to win, and you've only come out feeling worse, even if you do win? You don't have to be right all the time. Seek joy instead. It's okay to be wrong. Next bit of advice. You know nothing. You have no real control. The sun might explode tomorrow. Just enjoy the ride and don't take life so damn serious. You are going to die. Get comfortable with the fact and use it to empower your decisions on what is more important to you. Also, use this knowledge to make smarter decisions about the people you allow into your life. Spend no time with those who drag you down. Spend more time with those that lift you up and offer sound advice. Don't forget to reciprocate. Fall in love with the process, not the result. Don't accumulate things, accumulate experiences. Happiness cannot be achieved externally. The choice to be happy comes from within. Love others unconditionally and give freely without the expectation of reciprocity. Learn how to fall in love with learning, but remember that knowledge is only potential power. It requires massive action to be realized. You may not always be responsible for what happens to you, but you are always responsible for how you react and what you choose to do next. Action is the antidote. Taking thoughtful action will solve 99% of your problems. Remember, if you commit to an action, be certain you finish it. If you start it, see it through. If it feels right in your gut and it scares you, pursue it. Listen to the universe and believe in yourself. The longer you can delay gratification, the greater the reward. Pursue things that give you meaning. Waste little time on pursuing meaningless pleasure. Don't rely on the system to facilitate your success. Instead, create your own system or systems and define what success means to you. Listen more, talk less. Don't be afraid to disagree or say no. Teach yourself about money. Spend less than you earn. Donate what you can. Save, but get out of cash when possible. Understand cash flow and the difference between assets and liabilities. Become an investor and an owner. Be the bank. Have multiple streams of income. Understand that thoughts are a form of energy. Combined with visualization, definitive planning, and massive action, they will come true. If you think positively and take action upon those thoughts, the results will be positive. If your thoughts are negative, then the outcome will be less than desirable. The outcomes will be shit. Don't underestimate the power of stillness. Take time to think for yourself without any distraction. Meditate, be in nature, stare at the clouds and wonder. Be promiscuous. Sex is nothing to be ashamed of. Have more of it with more people. Just be honest and respectful. Monogamy might not be for you, or it might be. Sex does not have to define your love for a person or persons. Learn to separate the two. Never be afraid to talk with your partner. Chances are they are feeling the same way. Don't do something because you feel it is expected of you. Do it because you want to. It is okay for others to have different opinions. Learn to communicate without screaming. Be proactive, not reactive, and stop lying to yourself and others. Focus only on what you can control. Spend no time in your circle of concern, the things you cannot control. If you cannot take definitive action to fix a problem, spend no time dwelling on it. Focus all your attention on what you can control. In time, this will expand your circle of influence, eventually empowering you to fix the problems that once lay in your circle of concern. Push your boundaries and experiment. Practice failure until you learn to see it as an opportunity. Walk into the elevator and have conversations that freak you out. Simple little things like that are a great way to practice failure. Scare yourself and challenge your comfort zones. Do things that terrify you and do them with conviction. Always take time to ask yourself, why am I doing this? If you don't have a good answer, stop immediately and waste no more time. Create a set of just principles. These core beliefs should be the basis for all your life decisions. Last one, sharpen your saw. Eat healthy, exercise often, never stop learning, prioritize relationships, build lasting connections, and never be afraid to tell someone you love them. Believe in a higher power and embrace your need for spirituality. I hope this serves you well, and if you enjoyed these pieces of unsolicited advice, please share them, whether it's the video on YouTube or whether it's the podcast. Share it with your friends, your family, and your colleagues. And as always, please make sure you leave a review, leave a 5-star rating, especially if you're using Apple Podcasts, and we'll see you in the next episode of Couple of Lattes.